Vogelpulls. I named these after Chuck Vogelpull because he's the one I saw doing them for the first time. And as far as I'm concerned, Chuck Vogelpull has had one of the strongest backs ever. And a lot of my early accessories when I was starting powerlifting had a lot to do with that stuff he did. So, a Vogelpull is basically a rack pull with a safety bar on your back. This is probably one of my favorite hard accessories to do for lower. I don't put it in with a lot of people's programs because there's a lot of room for error. There's a lot of possibility to get tweaked or hurt a little. If I can be there in person to watch them do it and kind of monitor it and make sure they're doing everything right, then I'll throw it in. I had Ty doing them tonight for the very first time. This is such a great movement because it absolutely exposes your weaknesses. This exercise from your heels to the back of your head, it just wants to crush you and fold you over. Your whole rear chain is just completely obliterated. You have to focus so specifically on everything that you're supposed to do correctly. You know, staying tight in your belt, keeping your back, your shoulder blades tight. You know, all those cues that you're supposed to do anyways that you kind of take for granted. If you don't keep track of every one of those cues, the bar is just going to fold you over. You're just going to crumble. So I had Ty do those tonight. And I think I'll start putting those in with people a little more as long as I can be there to kind of supervise them. But again, Chuck Vogelpull was one of the strongest powerlifters ever, and he does a lot of really funky stuff like this, and I believe it helped me tremendously. I don't do it as much anymore. I feel like at this point in my training, stuff like that has more risk than reward. When I had started out in powerlifting, I believe it had massive reward. But now I'm to the point where fine-tuning stuff has so much more benefit than just destroying myself and obliterating myself. So that's what a Vogelpull is. And if you're going to see that in your program, now you know what it looks like.